Hey everyone! Today we'll be showcasing 5 resources that can enhance your Genshin gameplay experiences. If you want to maximize your Genshin experience, then you know there's a lot to keep track of, everything including from finding an ideal team comp, researching what the best artifacts are, and what the build is for a character, where to find ascension materials, and so on. Luckily, the community has already created several resources that you can use right away, and will help you plan your gameplay better. So let's get right into it. The first is the GenshinCenter.com planner. The website actually has many tools, but one of the more unique ones is the Ascension Planner. With the Ascension Planner, you can easily find out how much of each resources are required to level up your character, talent, or weapon to the level that you want. So let's say, for example, I just got Raiden Shogun and I want to level her up to level 80 out of 90 with 888 talent levels. I simply just need to add her, edit the modifiers, and then I can instantly see the exact amount of materials that I'll need. So it will also show the amount of days required and the amount of original resins if you decide to farm all of the materials in one day. The Ascension Planner tool is especially helpful for if you want to pre-farm for a character or a weapon, since you won't have the level up screen to see exactly what are the next set and amount of materials you need. The next tool is Paimon.mo, and like the GenshinCenter.com planner, it has many tools on there that you can explore to use. My favorite tool on there is the Wish Counter tool, which will help you track what pity you're at. This can be very helpful because if you're saving up primos for a certain banner, it will be hard to remember what pity you're at, and that may influence whether you should be using multi-pulls or single pulls. In order to use this tool, you do need to import some of your game data, and this is a third-party platform, so use at your own risk. However, I personally have been using it quite a few times and have not ran into any issues where my account is hacked. Looking at my pools history, I recently just got Zhongli, so my 5-star pity is at 0, and so for my next set of pools, I can confidently use multi-pulls since I'm well below the soft pity mark of 75. Next up is the Excel character build guide, and this is one of the tools that I use most frequently to check how to give my characters the best build. Now in the character section of Paimon.mo, it actually has a character guide build as well, and a section showing the character's talents and constellations and what they do, which this Excel guide doesn't have, and all that information can be useful in figuring out character rotations. However, I still prefer the Excel guide because the layout is a little bit more easy to follow and it's easier to go between characters, at least in my opinion. What the character build guide does is it shows what is the best weapon, artifact main stats and substats to have, and the talent priority for each character. There are also ability tips and additional notes to explain why things are prioritized the way they are, and occasionally there may be exceptions which may be relevant for a player's specific situation. Next up is the Genshin Interactive Map, and this is one of the most useful tools for new players or whenever a new region is released. Basically, this map shows where every material, monsters, puzzles, elemental oculuses, chests, and just basically every object that you can interact with in the game are. Not only that, you can also mark which ones you found, so you can easily keep track of the remaining ones that you still have to find. In addition, if you click on the specific marker, there will also be screenshots and links and tips and guides on how to get to that object, courtesy of fellow travelers who have endured the suffering before you. Lastly is spiralabyss.org, and this website is great for seeing what is the meta for the current abyss. In here, you can select the specific abyss floor and find out what the most popular team comps are for completing that floor with all 9 stars. There's also the option to build your own team, where they will recommend a team based on the characters that you have. Even for veteran players, figuring out the best team comps for the new abyss floors can be tricky, and this can take the guesswork out so you can just focus on the fun. So this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you learned about at least one new resources that can enhance your gameplay. Links to the tools will be in the description below. and do let me know which one you look forward to trying out the most. And we'll see you on the next video.